Hello children, let's come back to our maths class. Today we are going to continue with our exercise 2.2. In the previous class we have just completed our exercise 2.1 which dealt with the imaginary powers. Yes, that is, you have just found out the powers of the imaginary unit, that is I. We have found the values for I raised to 0, we have found some values for I. So if you know 4 values, like if you know the value for I raised to 0, if you know the value for I raised to 1, if you know the value for I square, and you just can go on finding as many powers for I. Clear children? So I hope you are being clear with the powers of imaginary unit. Now we are going to continue with exercise 2.2. And for exercise 2.2, already we have seen some algebraic operations on complex numbers. Let's have a small recap of what were the different operations on complex numbers. We had a scalar multiplication, then we had addition of complex numbers, then we had subtraction of complex numbers, and also we had multiplication of complex numbers. So these were the things that we have seen under algebraic operations of complex numbers. So we are going to use that particular point. So you have already tried out the different operations. We have seen the different operations. Yes, children, we have solved how we that is how we get a new complex numbers by adding, or how you get a new complex number by subtracting two complex numbers, or how you get a new complex number by multiplying two complex numbers. So you have already performed the operations under points to remember. So we are just going to start with our exercise 2.2. Take down your classwork, write exercise 2.2, write on the first question, evaluate, and on the first question, was the first question, evaluate the following. If z is equal to 5 minus 2i and w is equal to minus 1 plus 3i. Evaluate the following. If z is equal to 5 minus 2i and w is equal to minus 1 plus 3i. So we are going to find out the values. They have given you around 6 subparts in question number 1. Let's proceed with our answer, children. Hope you are ready, and almost many would have tried the answer. Yes, good. Z is given to us as 5 minus 2i and w is given to us as minus 1 plus 3i. So copy the numbers carefully. So you know that x plus z is equal to x plus iy is the form of a complex number, and z is called the real part and y is called the imaginary part. Remember this thing, children? And the I is called the imaginary unit. That is the imaginary unit. So be careful with the different terms that is being involved under complex numbers. Okay. So z is given as 5 minus 2i, w is minus 1 plus 3i. So now we are going to perform the first sum, that is z plus w. Children, what is this algebraic operation? Which operation is followed over here? Yes, it's addition. So how are you going to do it? Just substitute the values of z, substitute the value of w, and you're just going to perform a addition. And after you perform the addition, you have to bring the real part together and you have to bring the imaginary part together. That's what is the form of complex number. A complex number is a combination of real part and the imaginary part. So always try to write the real part first and the imaginary part later. So let's substitute the value and get the answer. So this is equal to z. What is the z value given to you? 5 minus 2i, okay, plus w. What is the value for w, children? Minus 1 plus 3i. Clear? So I have just substituted the value for z and w. Now what are you going to do here? You are just going to do addition, that's all. So try to bring the real numbers together. 5 or I'll open the bracket first. 5 minus 2i plus minus is minus 1 plus plus, that's the same, plus 3i. 5 minus 2i plus minus minus 1 plus plus is plus 3i. 5 minus 1, 4, minus 2i plus 3i. What is minus 2 plus 3? Minus plus minus. So 3 minus 2 is 1. Sign of the bigger number. Which number is bigger? 3 or 2? Yes, 3 is bigger. So you have to put a plus sign. What is the variable, or what is the, this variable used here? It's I. It's the imaginary number. So you have to put your I. Instead of writing 1i, I have just taken as I. So what is the answer? 4 plus I. Just check whether you have a proper form, that is, you have represented it properly. Yes, first one is a real part and the second one is a imaginary part. So the answer is 4 plus I. So Z plus W is equal to 4 plus I. Let's go for the second subpart. Z minus IW. Z minus IW. Z minus IW. Simple. Z. What is Z, children? 5 minus 2i minus I. Keep I as it is. I don't know the value for I, so keep I as it is. W. What is the value for W? Minus 1 plus 3i. Clear? Z minus IW. Yes. So Z is 5 minus 2i minus I. We know we don't have the value for I, so keep I as I. W. The value for W is minus 1 plus 3i. So first step is just open the bracket, and later on we'll try to bring the real parts together and the imaginary parts together. Okay, see here, children. I'm just going to open the bracket. So this is 5 minus 2i minus I into minus 1. Minus I into minus 1. Minus minus plus I into 1, I. So plus I. Minus I into plus 3i. Minus I into, are you clear with the step, children? So first we have multiplied with I. So I into minus 1 is minus I, yes? Minus I, and here we have 1 minus. So we have 2 minus signs. So it becomes plus I. I into 3i, 3i square. We have here minus. Plus minus is minus. So you get here minus 3i square. I hope you are clear with this step, children. So do not get confused. I into 3i is 3i square. Plus into minus is minus. So you get 3i square. Okay, now. So what are we going to do here? I know the value for I square. Yes, children? What is the value for I square? It's minus 1. Remember the value for I square? It is minus 1. So let's substitute the value for I square. I get 5 minus 2i plus I minus 3 minus 1. The value for I square is minus 1. Okay. Let's continue the next step. So this is equal to 5 minus 2i plus I minus 3 into minus 1. What is minus 3 into minus 1? Plus 3. Yes, plus 3. So this is 8. 5 plus 3, 8. Bring the real parts together. Go for the imaginary part. Minus 2 plus 1. Minus 2 plus 1. Minus plus minus. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Sign of the bigger number. Minus. So it is minus I. So what is the answer? 8 minus I. Check for the form. Yeah, we have a real part and we have a imaginary part. So the presentation is proper. So we get the answer as 8 minus I. Okay, children, now your homework is exercise 2.2, question number 1. I have completed the first subpart and the second subpart. You are going to try out the third, fourth, fifth and the sixth, just a substitution, children. You have to just substitute the value for Z and W, and you are going to simplify and you are going to get the answer in terms of a real part and a imaginary part. I hope you can try out the remaining questions from question number 1. Yes, children? Yes, all are shouting yes. I can hear your sound. Yes. So this is the third, fourth, fifth and sixth. Totally 4 sums. Yes, children? Yeah, you can complete the 4 sums. Good. Question number 3, that is third subpart, the fourth subpart, the fifth subpart and the sixth subpart is your homework. Good. You can try out. All are eager to complete the sum. Let's move to question number 2. Given the complex number z is equal to 2 plus 3i, represent the complex numbers in Argand diagram. So you have to represent the complex number in an Argand diagram. That means you are going to represent the complex number in a graph. You're just going to plot the points in a graph. Let's see how to proceed our sum, children. So write down the question. First of all, write down the question. Write down question number 2. So z is a complex number is given to you, 2 plus 3i. So you have 2 plus 3i. And for the first subpart, you are going to, that is, you are going to represent the complex numbers in the Argand diagram, and they have given you some values to be found. For the first part, it is z, iz, and z plus iz. So you are going to represent all these 3 together in an Argand diagram. We are just going to represent all these 3 values in a same graph. Okay, we are not going to draw the 3 different graphs. We are going to plot z, iz and z plus iz in the same graph. So let's see how to proceed with our answer. Shall we start, children? Are you ready with your questions? Okay, done, good. Let's proceed. So here we have 3 parts to be found. That is, I have to know the value for z, I have to know the value for iz, I have to know the value for z plus iz. Z I know because it's already given from the question. So I'll write z is equal to 2 plus 3i. No change over there. Second is iz. This is very easy. Iz. So you have to multiply the z with I. This is I. Z. What is the value for z, children? 2 plus 3i. So I into 2, 2i. I into 3i. 3i square. I into I square. So this is 2i plus 3. I know the value for I square. What is the value for I square? Minus 1. Yes, good. So this is 2i minus 3. But this is not of the form of complex numbers. The complex number is a real number first and the imaginary part comes in later. So you have to write this as minus 3 plus 2i. Just interchange, write the real part first and the complex part, that is the imaginary part, later on. So minus 3 plus 2i. This will be clearly visible to you. Yes, you should not say that I am not able to view the homeworks. So question number 1, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th. Okay, so we have found iz. What is the answer, children? Minus 3 plus 2i. Now we have one more part to be found. Yeah, that's z plus iz. You have 2 ways. That is, you can just substitute the value for z and iz. You can do it again. Or already we have the value for z and iz with us. So I'm just going to substitute the value for z and iz. And I'm going to add them. See here? So z plus iz is equal to, what is z? 2 plus 3i plus, what is the value for iz? Minus 3 plus 2i. Minus 3 plus 2i. Clear? So what you got here? 2 plus 3i plus minus 3 plus 2. I have just substituted the value for z and also the value for iz. Yes, 2 plus 3i plus minus 3 plus 2i. Let's open the bracket. So this is equal to 2 plus 3i plus minus. Plus minus gives to you minus 3 plus plus. So no need to worry about the sign. You get here 2i. 2 minus 3. 2 minus 3 minus 1. 3i plus 2i. What is 3i plus 2i? Yes, it's 5i. You get 1 minus 1 plus 5i. This is already in the form of complex number. This is, we have a real number, a real part and an imaginary part. So I got the value for z as 2 plus 3i. I got the value for iz, which is minus 3 plus 2i. And also we got the value for z plus iz, which is minus 1 plus 5i. So now we are going to graph them, or what's the question? Represent the complex number in an Argand diagram. So I'm going to represent this answers in Argand diagram. I want you to take your scale and your pencil. Just get ready with your scale and pencil, children. No one is going to draw the diagram with a pen. You have to use your pencil and your scale for drawing the diagram. Is it clear? Shall we start, children? Okay. So I'm going to proceed over here. I'll just continue over here. No, I have told you that no need to draw different grams. We are going to present all the three because this is a combination. This is a group. So we are going to put all the three in one graph. So I'll just draw an axis. You can just continue below. Okay, I'm just writing on the left. You have to draw a axis over here. Here we have x, and you know what is the meaning of x? X is a real part. So this is real axis, and this is imaginary axis. Imaginary axis. X stands for real axis, and y part stands for the imaginary axis. So just put the lines. So remember, the x-axis is the real axis and the y-axis is the imaginary axis. I hope you have drawn the graphs. Have you plotted the x-axis and the y-axis, children? Okay, shall we move to the next step? Okay, now here see, let's go for the first one, z. What is the value for z? It's 2 plus 3i. Yes, 2 plus 3i. Z is equal to 2 plus 3i. What is the real part here? The real part is 2. And what is the imaginary part here? It's 3. What is that? 3. Yes, good. So how are you going to plot? You are going to plot 2, 3. See, real and imaginary. That's all, very simple. So 2, 3. So let's try to plot some points over here. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Clear? Just go on plotting the values. So first one is 2, 3. I have told you we have to consider the real part and the imaginary part. The real one is 2, the imaginary one is 3. So 2, 3. 2 and 3. Use your pencil and your scale to plot the diagram. So this is z and you put here 2, 3. We are plotting the value for z, and what is the coordinate? 2, 3. 2 is the real part and 3 is the imaginary part. So try for the second and the third, children. I hope you have completed the first part. Let's go for the second one. What is the second one? IZ. Let's go for IZ. What is the real part of IZ? Yeah, IZ is minus 3 plus 2i. So what is the real part here? Minus 3. And what is the imaginary part here? 2. So what will be the coordinates? Minus 3 comma 2. Minus 3 comma 2. Plotted, children? Minus 3 somewhere here. Yeah, you have here the same. Minus 3 and 2 here. 2. Okay. This is IZ. Put here minus 3 comma 2. So we have plotted Z and also we have plotted IZ. The last one is Z plus IZ. Z plus IZ. What is the value for IZ plus IZ? Minus 1 plus 5i. So what is the real part? Minus 1. And what is the imaginary part? 5. So what is the coordinate? Minus 1 comma 5. Plot minus 1 comma 5. Let's plot minus 1 comma 5. So minus 1 to 5. This is what is the value, children? Yeah, Z plus IZ. Z plus IZ minus 1 comma 5. See, this is what is called as Argand diagram. We have represented the complex number using a graph. That is, we have represented the x-axis as the real part and we have taken the y-axis as the imaginary axis. So I hope you are clear with the Argand diagram. Yes, children? Yes, good. So this was the first part. From question number 2, the first part is being done and your homework is the second part. So question number 2, the second subpart will be a homework. You have to take the same number as Z and they have given you Z. You have to do minus IZ and also you have to plot Z minus IZ. Try out the work, children. You have to complete the sums, okay? So today very easy homework. So you can just go on substituting. This is like your normal max, what we have done in our lower classes. Yes, just put the value and get the answer. That's all. Try out the work. Be fast. I hope you have completed all your graphs. Shall we move the last sum? Yeah, we have one more sum left in exercise 2.2. Let's complete exercise 2.2. Read on the question. Find the values of the real numbers x and y if the complex numbers 3 minus ix minus 2 minus I the whole y plus 2I plus 5 and 2x plus minus 1 plus 2I the whole y plus 3 plus 2I are equal. So you have been given with two numbers, okay? So two complex numbers are given to you and you are going to find out the value of the real numbers. That is, you are going to find out the value for x and y. That's all. You have to find the value for x and y. Let's see how to proceed with the answer. Here they have given you the condition that both the complex numbers are equal. From the question we are saying if the complex numbers are equal. So we have to equate them. That means we say that both the numbers are equal and you are going to find out the value for x and also we are going to find out the value for y. Let's start with sum number 3. Question number 3, copy the question properly. We have 3 minus I the whole x minus 2 minus iy, 2 minus I the whole y plus 2I plus 5, 2I plus 5 and they have given you one more complex number 2x plus minus 1 plus 2i the whole y plus 3 plus 2i. They are saying that both the numbers are equal. Which complex number? This number and this number are equal. Let us check the question once again. 3 minus I the whole x minus 2 minus I the whole y plus 2i plus 5 and 2x plus minus 1 plus 2i the whole y plus 3 plus 2i. Okay, so we have taken down the question properly. So now let's proceed with our answer. So they are saying that they are equal. So they are equal means put a equal sign. Let us write the question once again. We will copy it and we will put here equal to sign. They are equal. Last start with the solution, children. You are going to do the sums along with me. Write down the sum. 3 minus I the whole x minus 2 minus I the whole y plus 2i plus 5 is equal to, I am putting here equal to sign because in the question both the complex numbers are equal. So I am just equating them. Is equal to 2x plus minus 1 plus 2i y plus 3 plus 2i. See, I have just taken both the complex numbers and I am just putting here equal to sign. That's all. Simple. Have you taken down? Okay, good. So both the complex numbers are equal. Okay, now let's see what are we going to do. The first step is try to open the bracket. Try to open the bracket. Let's open the bracket. Open the bracket first, children. So this is 3x minus ix minus 2 and one more, children, be careful here. We have y also. So minus 2y. Minus 2y. Minus iy. Minus plus iy. Plus 2i plus 5. Here now no bracket. So I am just writing this step as it is. So 3x minus ix minus 2y plus iy plus 2i plus 5. Okay, come on. Let's open the bracket on the RHS part also. 2x. This is plus. So no need to worry about the sign. Minus 1 into y minus y plus 2i into y plus 2iy. 2 into I into y. 2iy plus 3 plus 2i. I'll repeat the step for you once again. So two complex numbers were given to you and they have said that both the complex numbers are equal. So I have just written both the complex number and I have inserted a equal to sign. Now we are going to open the bracket. So 3 into x, 3x, minus I into x, minus ix, minus 2 into y, minus 2y, minus plus, I into y, iy, no bracket. So just copy the same number, 2i plus 5, 2x, minus 1 into y, minus y, 2i into y, 2iy, plus 3 plus 2i. Clear? So we have just opened the bracket. Now what I am going to do is, I am going to arrange the real part and the imaginary part together on both the sides. Let's try to arrange, children. So this is a real part. This is I. So that is not a real part. Real part. It is with I. So leave it. It is with I. Leave it. 5 is a number. So the real part means you have to choose the number which is not having I, the imaginary unit. So let's arrange the real part and the imaginary part. So this is 3x minus 2y plus 5. Okay, real number. Now what I am going to do is, I am going to bring the imaginary part together. I will put a plus sign. I will take a plus sign and I will write I common. Okay, children. I will take, because imaginary part will have I is common, I is common, I is common. So I will take plus I out. Since I have taken a plus sign, you have to write the same. If you have a negative means you have to put your negative. I am not taking minus common, I am taking plus sign common. So plus I have taken common. So I have to write here minus x. Yeah, this is plus. So when plus means you have to, what is the meaning of plus? Why I am taking a plus n? Because so that I can take the number as it is. So here it was minus x, so I am writing here minus x. This is y, plus y. So I will put here plus y. This is plus 2, so no problem. So I will get the same number. I hope you are clear with the I part, children. The real part is the number without I. So you are just taking all the number without I. And now for the I part, you take plus I common. Okay. When you take plus I common, now what is left here? It's minus x. Put here minus x. When you take plus I common, what is left? Y. Yes. When you take plus I, what is left? 2. Good. So we have completed the LHS part. Now the same manner you are going to proceed for the RHS part. Continue for RHS. So this is equal to, go for the real part, 2x 3. So 2x plus 3 real part. And one more. Yeah, one more thing we have left. What is that? 2x, y is there, yes? 2x minus y plus 3. This is the real part. Now go for the imaginary part. So take plus I common. Plus I. What is left? 2y. 2y plus 2. So we have grouped the numbers as real part and the imaginary part. So what do you get? 3x minus 2y plus 5 plus I minus x plus y plus 2 is equal to 2x minus y plus 3 plus I 2y plus 2. Okay, so now what are we going to do here? We are going to equate the like term and we are going to equate the imaginary part. That like term means what do you mean by that is, you are going to equate the real part. So we have a real part and the imaginary part. We have a real part and the imaginary part. So what is your work is, you are going to equate the real part with real part. That is, you are going to take a real part and a real part, and you are going to take an imaginary part and a imaginary part, and you are going to solve and you are going to try to get the value for x and y. So just note down till here, children. Equating real part and imaginary part. Equating real part and imaginary part. What is the real part here? So we get 3x minus 2y plus 5 is equal to 2x minus y plus 3. Here I am taking only the real part. 3x minus 2y plus 5 is equal to 2x minus y plus 3. Try to form an equation from this part, children, first. So this is, try to bring all the x and y together. So 3x minus this plus 2x. So when plus 2x comes to this side, minus 2x. 3x minus 2x. This is minus 2y. When minus 2y and you, what do you have here? Minus y. So when minus y comes to this side, plus y. Okay. Now what is the number here? A constant number, 3. Plus 5 goes to this side, minus 5. Clear? I have taken the real part, children. 3x minus 2y plus 5. And here what is the real part? 2x minus y plus 3. So try to bring all the x and the y variables on one side. So 3x plus 2x, so this is minus 2x, minus 2y as it is. Minus y, when it goes to the LHS, it turns to be plus y, is equal to, what is the number already on RHS? 3. We're going to shift the plus 5. So this is minus 5. So try to solve and get the answer. Write down here x. 3x minus 2x is x. Minus 2 plus 1. Minus 2 plus 1. What is minus 2 plus 1? Minus minus. Minus plus is minus. So 2 minus 1 is 1. Sign of the bigger number is minus. Minus plus minus. So 2 minus 1, 1. Sign of the bigger number minus. The answer is minus 1. variable is y. So for y I can just put, for 1 I can just write y. 1y and y is the same. So x minus y is equal to minus 2. So this is your equation 1. So we get x minus y is equal to minus 2. So put that equation as number 1. Let's go for the next one. So we have equated the real part. Now we are going to equate the imaginary part. So don't take I, because I and I will get cancelled because they are same. Yes, children? So take the number which is inside. So what do you get here? Minus x plus y plus 2 is equal to, what is the imaginary part this side? 2y plus 2. So what we have done, so first of all we have equated the real part and we got the first equation. Now you are going to equate the imaginary part. Imaginary part means the part that comes with the imaginary unit. Yeah, what is with I? Minus x plus y plus 2. Okay, minus x plus y plus 2 is equal to 2y plus 2. The same manner, try to bring all the variables on one side and keep the constants on one side. So minus x is a single number, then plus y minus 2y equal to 2 on the RHS. Bring this to this side, minus 2. Minus x, 1 minus 2 again, 1 minus 2, we know it's minus y is equal to 0. Minus x minus y is equal to 0. I will keep this equation as number 2. So what is the value? When you equated the imaginary part, you got the expression as, or the equation as, minus x minus y is equal to 0. Now what was the question, children? You have to find out the value for x and y. So what are we going to do? We are going to solve the two equations. That is, we are going to solve the first and the second equation. Let's solve both the equations. I'll rub this part. I hope you have taken down this. Write down. Solving equation 1 and 2. Solving equation 1 and 2. Let's arrange the equation, children. X minus y is equal to minus 2. Minus x minus y is equal to 0. So we are going to solve this equation. I hope you know how to solve the equation. We have done many sums based on this type. Yes, children? Have a try. I just want you to find out the value for x and also y. Try it out. Do not wait for anyone. You have to try the sum by yourself so that you will be clear in your concept. Try out. Find out the value for x. Once you get the value for x, you can just put the value in any one of the equation and you may get the value for y. So try to get the value for x and y. All are doing good. Let's start. Let's check whether your answer and my answer is correct. Now here, what is the operation we are going to perform? Are we going to add or subtract, children? We will add, because x is positive and 1x is negative. So we are having a same variable with different signs. So we can do addition. If you are having a same variable with a negative, that is, if same variable is there and with the same sign is there, that time we will use subtraction. But here in this case, no need to worry, we are having x with a different signs. So I'm just going to add it. So once I add, what happens? X and x gets cancelled. X minus x gets cancelled. Minus y minus y. What is minus 1 minus 1? Minus 2. Yes. So minus 2y is equal to minus 2 plus 0? Minus 2. So minus 2y is equal to minus 2. Therefore, y is equal to minus 2 upon minus 2. You get the value for y as 1. What is the value for y? It's 1. Okay, so now you are going to substitute. I'll just continue here. Substituting y is equal to 1 in equation 1. I'll put in 1. So x minus 1 is equal to minus 2. Therefore, x is equal to minus 2 plus 1. So, x is equal to minus 1. So, that's what we have to find out. We have to find out the value for x and y. So, I'll just write here, therefore, x is equal to minus 1 and y is equal to 1. So, this is what is the answer. So, we have found the value for the real numbers, that is x and y. Clear, children? So, I hope you are clear with the third sum. So, third sum is a question where you are having both the complex numbers. You are given both two complex numbers and a condition was given that both the numbers are equal. So, we started with the equal number. We wrote the sign equal, and after that you have to, what is that? We opened the bracket. Then we brought the real part together and the imaginary part together. Then we have to equate the real part and the imaginary part. Then you get two equations. And once you get the equation, you have to solve and you have to get the value for x and y. I hope you are clear with the today's work. So, we have completed our exercise 2.2. And what is the homework, children? Yes, homework was the question number 1. From question number 1, the third subpart, fourth subpart, fifth subpart and the sixth subpart. And question number 2, the second subpart, the argon diagram. You have to complete this. Clear? And one more thing I'll give you. You have to complete solved example 2.2, children, because the solved example 2.2 deals with the same, like we have done the third sum. Solved example 2.2 is the same model question, same type of question. In the book, they have given they have found the answer for x and y directly. I don't want you to find the value for x and y directly. You have to perform steps, like you have to solve the equations and you have to get the value for x and y. I hope you can try out the solved example 2.2. Nobody is just going to copy the question. I just give you the solved example so that you can work out and you can be ready with your solved example. So, try out and be ready with the answers. So, this is your homework part. So, solved example 2.2, that is page number 58. Complete the homeworks. So, we will be continuing with exercise 2.3 in the next class.